Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. So let's talk about CEOs. Let's talk about the amazing amount of foolishness out there. And very interesting. So we bought some Costco puts just in case Target missed. So Target beat on both revenue and EPS. Okay? But so did Twilio. Twilio was supposed to make 20 cents, 19 cents. They made 47 cents. A monster beat. But Twilio guides lower. Okay? Target guided way lower. 130 to 170 versus 198. So you think Target would crater. But they didn't. Because you know what they did? They reaffirmed the yearly earnings. So let's say you're going to make $2, and this quarter you make $1. So next quarter you're still going to, instead of having growth, making $1, so you should make $1.20. They guided lower, but they said the whole year is going to be as they expected. So the stock doesn't crater. Twilio, garbage CEO, let's say they're supposed to make $1 for the year. They make 19 cents this quarter. It's supposed to make like 25 next. They make 47, and you guide down by like 5 cents, but you beat by 27 cents. So you're still, if you subtract 27 cents from the 5 cent guide down, you're still positive 22 cents for the year. But they didn't talk about the year. They didn't talk about the year. So Twilio implodes and Target holds. So what Target is telling you is next quarter is going to be shaky. Things are getting worse. But we don't really see a recession. We think things get better because we're still going to make our yearly numbers. How can you make your yearly numbers if you're going to miss by 70 cents? Because they beat by this quarter, and they're going to do well 2 quarters from now. Isn't that interesting? But that makes sense. That's how you should manage this. So, I give the CEO kudos for not being a blithering idiot. But if he would have said, or didn't say reaffirm yearly numbers, Target would be down 25 points. 25 points today. And Costco would be down, and all these ones would be down. Wow. Okay? NVIDIA is trying for 300. So 2 things are going to happen. As it nears 300, if it gets near, say, 297, 298, 299, people are going to sell it, and they're going to sell it huge. And they did it yesterday. It got to 98.50, I believe, 298.50, and they dropped it all the way to 292. Because everybody knows they're going to sell it. So it needs something to get through. If it gets through, it's gone. Absolutely 309, just like that. Okay? So just know that. It's back up here again. Maybe it pops another $1, $2, $3. But then sellers are going to come in again. Doesn't mean you can't play it. It just means you better be selling it when it gets near that number. Like yesterday, I was talking to somebody. One of the premium guys called me, and then talking to him, I said, "We bought Google." He goes, "Yeah, I bought Google." I said, "It's going to hit 120, and it's going to drop. All the sellers are going to come." And it did. And it went right back to 119. And those got to 130. We had bought them at 40 cents, 130. And they went right back to $1. But then it came back again, and it got through. It got through. So those went higher, 150. So that's NVIDIA. Is it going to get through? I don't know. But we told you on Sunday, I posted that article, they got massive, massive, massive orders. I mean, insane orders. That stock should have opened up 5 to 8, and it opened even, 282. But 2 days later, it hits 298. It's up $16. Information in the article. Very straightforward, okay? So today, it's probably going to run fast to 298. Let me tell you, if you get a buyer that pushes it to 300, 309 fast, or if it gets near 300 and stops, it'll go all the way back to 292 again, okay? Lam Research is all about memory. If memory is getting better, inventory levels are gone, Lam Research is going to be 660. 660 fast. I don't know when that happens. Okay, we have to see and wait. You need Micron to say memory inventory is perfect. Then it rips. Okay? Keep an eye on that. KLEC trying to break up. How about Zscaler? Zscaler last Monday, not this past Monday, the Monday before that, they guided up. And I told you, every time it drops 3 to 4 points, you can buy it, it goes right back up. And if you did it, there's 5 times you could have bought this thing, and you're making a killing. Okay, Win upgraded today. 135 target, up nicely, but here's the thing. If there's a recession, or if there's a no debt deal, that means people don't go to Vegas. They spend less. It's really simple. It's very simple as that. Okay? As soon as there's a debt deal, I'm pretty sure Win is at 118. It's just going to fly. And if the economy gets better, Win is at 140, 150 this year by end of year. Very interesting play. Okay? Keep an eye on that. Everything they said was good. But so look at the difference between Win, great earning, beats, guides up, adds a dividend so all the hedge funds that in their prospectus says we only buy dividend stocks, they can now buy it. And it goes down. Why? Debt limit. Economy. Very straightforward. Okay? Zscaler should do well till PanW reports next week. Now, PanW, I don't know what's going on with it, but it's way down. This was at 200. This dropped 9, but then I told you, Avago dropped 22 points, and then 26, that one day we're all looking for what the news was, and we can't find it. And now Avago, 10 days later, is cranking near high of year. So if you take that into play, PanW, 10 days later, it dropped Monday. So next Wednesday, which is earnings day, does it go hit high of year? Very, very interesting, right? Very interesting. Keep an eye on PanW. Okay? Interesting. Okay, UPST. You may hate it, you may love it. Here's the thing. So UPST has sold $32 billion worth of loans in the life of the company. So in 7+ years, they've done $32 billion worth of loans. Okay? So 7 years, you say, okay, 32 billion, 5 billion a year, 4.5, whatever it is, right? On Monday, they did 4 billion in one day to a company. 4 billion in one day. If this company or any other company comes in, this stock is at $50. Not this earnings, after next earnings. Now, you don't know if they're going to guide down, and that's the only business you have. But keep that in the back of your mind. They did $4 billion in one day, but they've only done $32 billion in the life of the company. Interesting, right? Interesting. Things that are interesting. Keep an eye on these. Okay. Google. If Google opens at 119, if it goes down, we'll look at the 120s again at 30 cents. All last week, 10 cents to $1.50, 8 cents to $1, 30 cents to 120. Yesterday, 40 cents to 150. That's Google. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, Elon. Elon said a bunch of stuff. Mostly not positive or negative to Tesla, except that he's staying, and it didn't go. So interesting. Okay, First Solar, same thing. First Solar, yesterday you bought it. If you bought it, you make 40 cents pretty fast. It is up today, but here's the thing. The same thing's out there. First Solar is very simple to me. If they take the Green Deal off the table or revamp it, First Solar is down 30 or 40. If they don't, it's back to 230. Now, that can happen anytime till the debt deal is done. So it doesn't have to be today. It can be any time, up or down. Okay? Then we see. Okay? Okay. So that's what we know. We'll probably sell Costco pretty fast. Okay? Just because Target thinks it's okay. Okay? Interesting. So, but the market you have is you have to trade profits. NOW is moving too. NOW, nice move. If it can get through 482, this sucker is going to blow. Didn't say it's going to get through. But yeah, look, we have the 480s. We have the 485s. Okay? We bought the 485s, took $1.70 out of them or something like that, and put that into the 500s, made it free. You have to trade your positions, make your other positions free, and then play with free money. That's trading 101. Okay, any comments, questions here? Audio dropped. Okay, is it better? Maybe. Okay. Let's get going. Okay, good morning, everybody. 5/17. Middle of the month. Stocks go up, stocks go down, then we see McCarthy not saying anything. If he reaches a deal, is it going to get passed? No idea. And then I get some rumblings from people that are telling me that the debt limit will be reached earlier. And I think that's why we dropped yesterday. And then after the close, you have funds telling me the debt deal is going to be not done. I mean, it doesn't need to be done till the end of June. So nobody knows. So think about this. If you have a bank account, and say your bank account is at, I don't know, just pick a bank, at Bank of America, okay? And you have $10,000 in there, and you have to pay your credit card bill, you have to pay your house payment, all this stuff, and you have maybe one paycheck left, or whoever, money's coming in, but you only have one paycheck left, okay? And say it's $2,000, so you have $12,000, but you have $15,000 worth of bills. So you know you're not going to make enough. You're going to default, basically. You're not going to be able to pay them. Okay? That's the U.S. government. They have a bank account. They have X amount of money that comes in, but it's taxes. Somebody that didn't pay their taxes, because they have time, they don't have to pay it. You can pay later. You're supposed to estimate it. Do you get the receipts that come in or not? I don't know. Okay? So they don't know when they're going to default. Interesting, right? Nobody knows. Interesting. And then we see. Okay? So just keep an eye on that. Then that's what we know. Okay? Interesting. 517. Okay. SPX was up, what, 15? Was it up 15? Hold on a second. Why did that happen? Crazy. Aggravates me when stuff doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Hold on a second. Just pulling up my futures account. Don't have it up. It should be up shortly, and we're up 11. Okay? Okay, so puts it at 41. Look, we're close. 4109. My number, 4109. Okay? 4121, 4132, 4152. Very accurate numbers. 4100, 4091, 4082. If 4082 breaks, we go lower, we go lower, we go lower. Okay? Interesting. That's what we know. Okay? Avago. 649, 652, under 609. NVIDIA. 296, 298, 299, 300, 302, 309. A lot of numbers. Underneath 292 is 263, way down. Pan W. Don't know why this is getting weak, but just watch it. If it gets, the 200s are stupid price. They're stupid. They're $4. I'm not going to pay $4. But if it were to drop down to about 188, 185, those will go to 2. Then it becomes interesting for earnings. Okay, Zscaler, very strong, 122, 126. I told you Zscaler and CrowdStrike should be about the same price. Okay? They have been forever and ever. Go look. So at some point, they get back to about the same thing. Lam Research broke that 536 beast. Unbelievable. Up almost 30. Wow. 566. AMAT reports on Thursday after the close. If they say good things, this thing can be 600. If they say bad things, it can be 500. KLIC, 416, 422. UPST, watch this one. If this is real, if they believe this $4 billion in loan sales, then this thing should be 21 today. Didn't say it's going to get there. It said should be. So let's see. AI needs 26. CMG 2072. Meta can't seem to get through 244. Google 121, very hard. Baidu down, it was way up. They got back to 70 cents, right back down, no idea why. Interesting. Costco, the target numbers, the guide is awful. 130 to 170 versus 195, something like that. Target should be down 25. But I keep telling you, the CEO said for the year it's what we expected. So they're holding Costco too. Okay? Interesting. Snowman moved yesterday later, but 176, 182 underneath 152. MDB, very strong, 281, 309. NOW, see if it can take out 478 at open. Then there's 482, very interesting. Okay, interesting. Nanox, they're not going to report earnings. It's all fake. I keep telling you guys, don't look at what TD Ameritrade says or Merrill Lynch says or Fidelity says. Do you actually think somebody at Fidelity looks up at a company's website and puts in the earnings date? They get the feed from some other place that didn't do their homework and they make shit up. If somebody comes out, let's say, I don't know, a Benzinga or some garbage company like that comes out and says, oh, Meta's earnings are on January 1st, then all these companies are posted. They just get a feed. Okay? Nothing is real. Has to be on the company website, and it's not on the company website. Okay? Now, they got this deal, Nanix. They're supposed to put all these machines in, I don't know, 15,000, whatever it is, by end of 2024. And they haven't guided and said they're going to do any more or any less. So basically, the FTC thing meant nothing. What the hell is that all about? The stock is going to end up at under 10 or over 50. No idea. No idea. But that's what's going to happen. Microsoft has now become unplayable till later in the week. Had a nice move yesterday. Nice move. But the 31250s, okay, 31250s, only went from 110 to 150, 160. That's it. Right near into the money, and it couldn't get going. So watch that. It's moved a lot. Tesla. All about Elon. If this is real, this should be 173, but I got a feeling Tesla is going to do nothing for the next year. Now, he said some stuff he shouldn't have said. He said Tesla is going to have their EV ChatGPT moment in a year, year and a half. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. There's zero chance. You may just hang up if you're pissed off at me for saying this, but I'm just telling you. There's no autonomous driving happening in the whole United States in a year. It's not happening. It's not happening. Zero chance. Zero. Not 1%. It's zero. It has to be approved. Every state would have to vote on it. That in itself is 2 to 3 years away. So it's not going to happen. Okay? And see, when he says stuff like that, and then he says, a Tesla vehicle, I mean, this is really interesting because I would have liked to ask him this question. I love Elon, so I like Tesla. Okay, we buy it all the time. We know that. Maybe it goes. But here's the thing. He says a Tesla vehicle is worth 5 times more than a regular vehicle. But then he wants to charge you $15,000 for that. Okay, first thing. And here's the second thing. If you bought a Tesla 3 years ago, and say you bought a Model S at $140,000, say you paid $100,000 for it. You bought a Model S. We got one, Model S, $100,000. And he tells you autonomous driving is going to happen in 2021, 2022. And it doesn't happen. And it doesn't happen next year, and it doesn't happen next year. And say it doesn't happen to 2027, 2028. That car is now 10 years old. You really think it's worth 5x? Not a chance in hell. So I love Elon, and got great visionary, and he says good stuff. But he's not realistic on some of this. There's no autonomous driving happening in a year. None. Okay? I'm talking, there's no taxis happening in a year. Zero chance. First Solar. All about news. All about news. Then we see. Okay, that's what we got. Hold on. UPS selling what they have, maybe. So Tesla was 178 when Wall Street Journal. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what these things do. So Lam Research is trying to break out, but if they go back to the recession thing, look, our Lam Research 580s are a double. You sell them, you hold the next ones for free. Trading 101. And for people that are trying to keep track of, is this a winner, is this a loser? That's just dumb. If you buy the first one and you sell it at a double, you put in 20% into the next one. One's a winner, one's a loser. Really? Can't even make this stuff up. Everybody have a great trading day. See you in chat.